South suburban politician Tiffany Henyard appears to have lost control of both governments. Now she's teasing a big announcement that she claims will result in some of her opponents being arrested and charged.
In Dolton, Illinois, a shocking scandal unfolds as Mayor Tiffany Henyard seemingly vanishes, leaving chaos in her wake. Residents are left questioning how a leader could live lavishly while their town faces financial ruin. As whispers of her suspicious escape grow louder, insiders reveal a web of deception, extravagant spending, and possible connections to law enforcement. With an eviction looming and mounting allegations, the community is hungry for answers. Will the truth come to light, or will this tale of power and betrayal slip away unnoticed? Your thoughts are welcome in the comments. Hey guys, I am Olivia. Welcome to Red Rumbles. The story coming out of Dolton, Illinois, isn't just a scandal, it's a storm of accusations, bold escapes, and financial chaos that's got everyone talking. What really happened with Mayor Tiffany Henyard? From luxury expenses to a mysterious disappearance, this story has it all, and we're about to break down every jaw-dropping twist. If you're ready for the real story, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned because you won't want to miss what comes next. In Dolton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard was more than just a mayor. She was a symbol. Her larger-than-life personality and grand promises made her seem like the perfect leader to bring change. But as time passed, residents began to question if her leadership was all it seemed. Was Henyard's ambition directed at serving Dolton, or was there something else going on? Her reputation took a nosedive when unsettling reports surfaced. Lavish spending, rumored misuse of public funds, and an alleged escape from town have rocked this small suburb, leaving residents and critics asking the same question: who is Tiffany Henyard, and what has she done? With Dolton's trust and money? Just when Dolton needed its mayor the most, Henyard vanished. Rumors quickly swirled that she had left under the guise of a business trip, but insiders claimed it was a calculated escape.
A Dolton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent, and now she wants her.
According to sources, Henyard might have received a tip that her connections in local law enforcement were no longer able to shield her from accountability. Facing mounting scrutiny and possible legal action, she reportedly left town, leaving Dolton to deal with the fallout. Residents watched in disbelief as the mayor, who had once promised to protect their community, seemed to flee just when the pressure started building. This sudden departure didn't just raise eyebrows, it sent shockwaves through the town and left Dolton grappling with unanswered questions. Dolton wasn't just left without a mayor, it was also left nearly bankrupt. Only a few years ago, the town's finances were stable, but recent reports showed a dramatic reversal. In just 2 years, Dolton's general fund plunged from over $5 million to a staggering $3 million deficit. Where did all that money go? The answer lies in a report by former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who led an investigation into Dolton's finances. Her findings pointed to a series of extravagant expenses linked directly to Henyard. Dolton's mayor seemed to be living a life of luxury on the public dime, with massive charges on town credit cards that left residents feeling betrayed. What could cause such a massive financial collapse? Henyard's spending habits offer a clue. The investigation revealed some truly astonishing purchases. $43,000 spent in a single day on Amazon, thousands more on high-end home furnishings, and a $7,000 charge on Wayfair, to name just a few. And it didn't stop there. Beyond everyday spending, Henyard allegedly enjoyed frequent luxury trips to cities like Atlanta, New York, and Portland. Dolton's mayor wasn't exactly flying coach. Her accommodations included first-class flights and stays at high-end hotels. In Atlanta, she reportedly racked up a $9,000 bill at the Four Seasons. In New York, her entourage stayed in Times Square's famed Marriott Marquis, adding more hefty expenses to Dolton's tab. As residents struggled to make ends meet, their mayor appeared to be living it up.
I'm a private investigator. I've got some book that says Super Mayor. Inside I have from the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois.
Dolton, a town with a median income far below the national average, was footing the bill for Henyard's extravagant lifestyle. Instead of investing in public resources, taxpayer dollars seemed to be directed toward funding her personal indulgences, leaving Dolton's community to pay the price. The town felt abandoned by the very person who had promised to bring them stability. While residents went without essential services, their mayor was reportedly jet-setting and living in luxury, a stark contrast to the struggles faced by the people she claimed to represent. As more information about Henyard's conduct came to light, so did allegations of intimidation. It wasn't just financial misconduct that had residents talking. It was also the lengths Henyard reportedly went to silence her critics. According to insiders, she assigned multiple police officers as her personal security detail, a service that cost taxpayers over $1 million in overtime. Reports suggest that these officers followed her everywhere, from official meetings to personal events, even on Valentine's Day. Dolton's police force, which should have been prioritizing public safety, was allegedly used to protect the mayor's image instead. Residents were outraged, feeling as if their town had turned into Henyard's personal playground. Henyard's hold on Dolton's law enforcement didn't end with personal security. Critics alleged that she used her connections within the police department to silence those who dared question her. In one of her infamous Facebook Live sessions, she even hinted that arrests were coming for her detractors, leaving residents feeling as if they were living under a regime rather than a democracy. This tactic of wielding authority to suppress opposition only fueled the outrage. As the tension mounted, Dolton residents began to feel like prisoners in their own town, fearing repercussions for speaking out. As if her spending habits and intimidating tactics weren't enough, Henyard took things one step further by plastering her image across Dolton. Billboards featuring her face and bold slogans, like "Fighting for My Residents," began appearing around town. For some, this was a symbol of pride. For others, it felt like an eerie attempt at control. These billboards weren't just limited to Dolton. Nearby Thornton Township, where Henyard also served as supervisor, displayed similar posters, cementing her presence and influence even as her reputation took a hit. For residents already disillusioned by her leadership, these displays felt less like public service and more like propaganda. The backlash didn't come just from residents. Henyard's own allies began distancing themselves as the list of accusations grew. Former assistant Carmen Carroll and trustees Brittany Norwood and Kay Belcher voiced their concerns about Henyard's leadership style, accusing her of failing the very community she was meant to serve. As more people spoke out, Henyard's position grew increasingly isolated. Her attempts to maintain control only led to more lawsuits and public confrontations. Yet, instead of addressing the accusations, Henyard seemed to double down, refusing to step down even as Dolton's frustration reached a boiling point. In a twist that seemed almost too ironic, Henyard's own landlord came forward, claiming that the mayor hadn't paid rent for months. The landlord, Janetta Hull, went public with her frustration, revealing that Henyard and her boyfriend had even changed the locks on the property, preventing Hull from accessing her own house. For Dolton's residents, this was the ultimate betrayal. A mayor who was supposedly making a six-figure income, courtesy of taxpayers, couldn't or wouldn't pay her rent. This eviction case became symbolic of the chaos that Henyard had left behind, an emblem of the disarray that plagued her administration. With Henyard gone and Dolton's finances in ruins, the town began looking toward a new future. Residents, led by former trustee Valeria Stubbs and a slate of opposition candidates, formed the Clean House Initiative, pledging to bring transparency and accountability back to Dolton. For Dolton, this election represented more than a change in leadership. It was a chance to reclaim their town. Residents wanted an end to the corruption and reckless spending that had defined Henyard's time in office. They demanded leaders who would prioritize community growth and well-being over personal gain. The scandal didn't end with Henyard's disappearance. Reports surfaced that the FBI had gathered evidence of potential financial misconduct, sparking hope among residents that justice might finally be served. For a town that had suffered from mismanagement and questionable decisions, this was a glimmer of hope. As Dolton gears up for life after Henyard, the community is holding its breath, waiting to see if accountability will prevail. The FBI's involvement suggests that this story is far from over, and Dolton's residents are watching closely, ready to ensure that those responsible are held accountable. Thank you for tuning in to Red Rumbles. Dolton's story is still unfolding, and the call for justice is stronger than ever. From shocking accusations to bold escapes, this tale is a reminder of the importance of transparency in leadership. What do you think about the future of Dolton? And will justice finally come for those who misuse the public's trust? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this story and other real-life dramas.